Minnesota Latin Radio. Les doy la bienvenida a su programa Enterate Minnesota. Um, this night, welcome to Enterate Minnesota, everybody. Tonight, I have a very important guest. My guest is Chavit Jagannathan, and he is the Indian Chamber of Commerce of Minnesota co-founder and director. Did I get it right? President, president and co-founder. Wow, very welcome, Chavit. Thank you so much for coming to Minnesota Latin Radio.
Thank you. The pleasure is mine, Erica. I'm glad that I get to do this with a friend. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm so sorry. It's so difficult for me to pronounce sometimes some of the names. So my apologies. So I wanted to hear all about it because I had the opportunity to visit the chamber, the Indian chamber. I was there for one of the meetings and I was very impressed. I know it's been, what inspired you to co-found this organization?
It's a good question. And first of all, thank you for having me on your show, and thank you for attending some of our events as well. So, what inspired me to start the chamber? So, there are there are several Indian-owned businesses in Minnesota. Let's say
Yes.
Asian Indian descent. Several
Yes.
of them. Right? There's at least approximately 2,000 Indian businesses in Minnesota.
Really?
Small, medium, large businesses.
2000.
Approximately.
Wow.
Approximately.
That is something new.
And that number can be outdated, but let's go with that number in terms of a statistic for now. And the Indian-owned businesses contribute greatly to the fabric of Minnesota's economy.
Of course.
In a variety of sectors, too, and they're so diversified, from hospitality to restaurants to grocery stores to med tech to IT.
Obviously.
It's a very diversified group of entrepreneurs who greatly contribute to the state of Minnesota. And one of the things that I found lacking was a singular platform by which we have a singular voice. So whether it's helping Minnesota be more business friendly,
Of course.
and helping channel that feedback to the right people, when you're providing that feedback as a single individual versus providing that feedback as a group of people or as an organization, you have a more powerful voice. And so I was actually inspired by the Latino Chamber of Commerce and the Black Chamber of Commerce and the Hmong Chamber of Commerce to say, hey, I think there truly is a need for the Indian community to have an Indian representative Chamber of Commerce. And that inspired me to start the chamber. And it's been an incredible journey from getting the chamber off the ground.
So you said you are the co-founder. Who was your partner to start this, and what was the vision behind it?
Sure. So I have three other co-founders or founding members as we are part of the board.
Yeah.
So myself, my other co-founder, his name is Siraj Samba. He is the president and CEO of a company called Samba Tech out of Minnetonka. Then my other co-founder, his name is Mahi Mahipati,
Oh, okay.
who is the president and CEO of Badrasys, which is an IT company. But he's also a venture capitalist, a serial venture capitalist. And then my other last co-founder, his name is Hasmukh Patel. He's the president and CEO of a company called US Dairy Foods Consulting.
That's very impressive.
Exactly. So I mean, when I started talking to folks about the idea or the need, I'd say not the idea, but the need, these four were people who truly felt that there was a need because they've gone
Absolutely.
through the entrepreneurial journey. Now that they've created hundreds of jobs in Minnesota through their
Absolutely.
businesses, right? Lifting people up through their communities and through their companies. And so when they go back and look through their entrepreneurial journey, starting as a small business to where they are now, what are some of the challenges they had, and who are the mentors, who are the people who helped them find their path? They felt that there was a need for something like that within the Indian community. And that really was the boost that I needed to get the ball rolling. And I'm forever grateful for our incredible co-founders. They've been nothing but incredible.
And you guys been so successful in a very short time because how long it's been, a year?
Exactly a year.
Wow,
Exactly a year.
it's very impressive.
Yeah, we've grown incredibly fast. Sorry to interrupt, but
No, no,
grown.
please.
Yeah,
Please
we've grown
continue.
incredibly fast. Even though we've been around for a year, our programming has incrementally increased, and I'm sure we'll dive more into some of the
Yes.
programs we do this year. Our membership has incrementally increased, and we've certainly got a lot of visibility. We were featured on Benzinga, we were featured on so many different news articles and news organizations. We've scaled incredibly fast, and I'm proud of. I can't take all the credit for this. I think I have a great team, a
Right.
great group of people who do wonderful things, who come up with the best ideas on how we serve the business community, and so all the credit to them in that sense.
Well, also because your personality, and we're gonna talk more about more your background, and basically you are very familiar to be upfront in cameras and in media. I mean, you are a person very well known, very popular. You are basically how do you say, a Hollywood star
No.
almost. You are. So I actually want you to tell me a little bit. How do you develop the liar or the Shark Tank style pitch that you guys are doing? Can you tell me a little bit about that production? It's kind of like a TV show that you guys very similar to Shark Tank, right? Tell me a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, I'm not a celebrity, so but
Well,
I
you are a
appreciate
kind of
I
celebrity.
appreciate you saying that.
I see you everywhere. You are a model. You are in pictures everywhere in magazines and commercials. So yeah.
I thank you for saying that. It's a great question. Thank you for bringing that up. I'm excited to be here to talk about it. So, Loon's Lair is a format we created last year, and we did season one of it last year, which is the idea is very similar to the concept of what Shark Tank is. Right? Shark Tank is you have investors, you have companies that come and pitch to the investors, and if you win an investment, you win an investment. Right? So the idea is borrowed from that concept to build a Minnesota-based Shark Tank. So when we came up, obviously we can't use the term Shark Tank. That's it's a big show,
Right.
and again we're not doing the same thing. So, but we still wanted the idea to be around there. So we started looking at a good name, right?
Absolutely.
The Canadian version of it is called the Dragon's Den. So dragon and the den. Then you've got the shark and the tank. So we had
Oh.
to go with the Minnesota bird. So Loon's Lair.
Man.
Right?
That's funny.
Right? Again, I can't take the
I
credit for
didn't
this.
get it.
I know.
Until I got to put that in.
I
Okay.
can't take the credit for this. My team came up with that, so all credit to them. But so Loon's Lair, again, the premise is, as you said, similar to the concept of a Shark Tank. So last year we did that. We had 5 investors. We had 27 companies in various stages of growth. Some are startup, some are mid-range, some are looking for growth investment. So we had companies in various stages of growth that were looking for an investment. They applied. They go through rounds of auditions. They go through a semifinals, and then they go to the finals.
How many people are
6
competing?
finalists.
Six in the finals.
Yeah.
Okay.
So out of 27, they get filtered down. We are very transparent about how the companies are picked. We have a rubric, we have a process. In fact, I don't even personally include myself in the selection process because I don't want people to think there's any favoritism at all. So I removed myself from the process. We have a third-party group of judges
Oh,
who are not associated with the chamber or don't even know these companies.
they're neutral.
They're neutral. They have a rubric. They follow the matrix, and they help filter it down to the final group of auditions and then the semifinals and the finals. And at the final stage, these companies will go get. That's when they get to pitch in front of the investors.
Oh, wow.
So they get 15 minutes
Okay.
of time on stage,
Oh my God.
and you have to present your company. You can talk about your financials. You can talk about if you have a product, you can show it. You can hand it to the investors, and then you get 5 minutes for Q&A, and then the sharks have to make a decision. Or sorry, sharks. The
Right,
investors have to make a decision after that on whether they're going to invest or not, and if so, how much are they going to invest. So you can walk on stage and you can say, my company, I want to, I'm talking about $150,000 investment for 5% or something like that, whatever that number is. We had companies came in asked for $500,000 for 10% last year, and they did walk away with that investment. So,
Really?
yes. So
Wow.
we did have some of those like that.
You should go and compete.
So we've had some incredible, I'll say, interest last year. When
Of
we
course.
started it, I wasn't sure it was going to work. We were new, we're a new organization. And when I was talking to my team, I said we need to do something so outrageously big that we become talked about,
Wow.
right? So it's you can go on social media, you can talk, but unless you do something big,
Exactly. Yeah.
people are not going to talk about it. They want to know why you're doing. Who are you?
Yes.
Right? People should have FOMO
Yes.
of what is this, right?
Yes.
So when the idea of doing something like this came up, we are not experts in this, right? But we had to learn it. We had to figure out. We talked to a lot of experts. We brought on some great consultants who we spoke with and learned from, and then built the platform and started doing it. And we had such a tremendous success last year. Like I said, we had about 27 companies, 6 finalists out of 6, if I'm not mistaken. And don't quote me on the numbers. I think about 3 of them actually walked away with a deal.
Yeah.
Now, of course, just as with any investment panel or investment competition, the deals close after. Right?
Of course.
The initial is a handshake deal. After that is where you open up your
Negotiate.
negotiations. You do your due diligence.
Yeah.
But how often do you get in front of an investor? It's very rare.
Oh
And
yeah.
so this is a platform where we were able to do that, and I'm so proud of my team for doing that. And so this year, we are doing season 2 of Loon's Lair. It is on May 22nd.
Okay.
We,
You need to. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
yeah, please do. We haven't fixed our venue yet, but we will announce that now. Applications are open now for anyone who wants to apply.
Okay.
So we are open to anyone who wants to apply for being on the competition. You can go on our website, www.icocmn.org. You'll find the top there, it says Loons there. You click it. Applications are open. If you are a startup or you are a business owner and you're looking to get in front of a group of investors, put your application in. Who knows? You might get picked for the semifinals and then the finals, and you get to actually pitch to some fantastic investors. We have not yet revealed our investors yet for this year. I think we'll be making an announcement within the next month or so who the investors are.
There is a phone number that people can call.
The best way is to go on the website.
The best
There
way
is a
is
contact
just
us form as well. They can submit any questions there. It goes directly if you use the website. There's a contact form. There's an email address. It goes directly to my director of the Loons Lair program, and she will respond almost immediately.
Can you give us an example of who was the investor the first season? One of them, just to kind of throw an idea.
Yeah. So the last year, and again, these are also on the website. You can go look at the 5 investors and their bio last year. So one of the investors, his name is Ajit Patel. He's a major investor in medtech, and he's based out of India. Actually, flew to USA to invest.
Wow.
But he has a lot of companies here, so he
Right,
flew.
of course.
He changed his schedule so he could fly and be part of our panel. Ajit Patel was one of our investors. Second investor, his name is Momin. He's out of Dallas, and he flew out here to be one of our investors. Big in the real estate market. He was here from that. So each of our investors had a very diversified background, right? So there's medtech, there was real estate. Hospital Patel, who was also my co-founder, was also one of our investors. Mahi, again, I said he's a serial venture capitalist. He was also one of the investors. And let me think. We had 5 investors. I'm blanking on the 5th name for some reason.
Don't worry, don't worry. I'm just, people have an idea, but like you said, so many different backgrounds.
Yeah.
That
if you go on the website and go to, for your listeners and viewers, go on the website, go to our page where it says Loons Lair, you'll find the investment panel from last year. You can click on their bios, you can read more about what their investment portfolio is, learn more about, the last investor we had is Dr. Prem Kumar. He is big on hotels. He also is a serial investor for dental clinics, so he owns most of them.
Yeah. That's a really big company.
So we had
especially in Minnesota, it's a big company.
Yeah, Almond Dental, that's his companies. So we had a great, again, so it's medtech, there's real estate, great investment panel last year, and I'm super excited about this year's investment panel.
It's very impressive. I don't see another chamber doing that.
I hope more chambers do it, or at least I'd like to partner with them.
Which will copy a little bit like that.
Do it.
Yeah.
Let's lift each other up.
You want to talk about, by the way, the gala is coming up. Please invite me. But I want to invite everybody who wants to come. Please tell us about the gala.
Yes. So this is our 1-year anniversary celebration gala, March 20th at Mosaic Venue in Minneapolis.
Okay.
We have some very big keynote speakers coming. I will not say anything on the show
Okay, a
yet.
surprise.
It'll be announced within the next week or so.
It's very promising. I hear a lot about the gala.
Thank you.
And I've been like, even people who's not in the Indian community, they've been telling me, are you going to go to the Indian gala? And I said, yes, I'm going to go.
You should.
So
You should.
I'm going to be there.
Please be there. The gala is, you can find the website. One thing for your viewers and
Yes.
listeners, at the gala, we are handing out 5 awards.
Oh,
And nominations are open for awards. So I don't remember all the 5 different categories. You can look it up on the website.
yeah.
But if you know someone who's a business owner, an emerging business owner, a young business owner, different categories, Lifetime Achievement Award, you can nominate them for an award. And again, we have a judging panel that's completely third party. I am not part of it.
Okay.
That will help pick the winners of the different 5 categories.
Mm.
Awards will be handed out on the gala night. So you go on the website, there's a button that says nominate someone. You click the nominate button, fill the form why you should nominate them for an award, what have they accomplished as a business owner, and we will go through the process, and the winner will be announced. Uh, there's going to be again some really great keynote speakers, some uh, high-ranking political officials I expect to be there,
Wow.
and it's going to be a great event. We are seeking sponsors. If anybody wants to sponsor the gala, you're
Yes.
welcome to let us know. Tickets are actually on sale at this point, so if you consider coming to the gala, I'd highly recommend for anyone on the show.
Yes, please buy your tickets right now.
Yeah.
We're gonna put the website so you guys make sure to know all the information, and you can participate. You can come and dance and eat.
Yeah,
And
and one
celebrate.
of the things I always say is people ask me why should you come to a gala, right?
Yeah.
You and I we go to a lot of galas,
Yes,
but the key thing about every gala is it's the networking opportunity.
absolutely.
You never know who you're going to meet, and with a gala like this where you have the entire Indian Chamber of Commerce Minnesota there, that is a large contingent of Indian business owners
Yeah.
and Indian professionals who, if you are another business owner and you want to network with, this is one of your rare opportunities to get one-on-one face time
Yeah.
that you traditionally would not get. Because if you're trying to get a hold of people via LinkedIn, that's not going to work out. But you are in the same room, probably sharing a drink with someone or having a dinner with someone, and chances are you're sitting at a table next to the founder and CEO of your company, and you're owner of a smaller business or owner of a company, and you want to find a way to network with this particular person. Here's a way to exchange business cards, right?
Absolutely. And you never know who you can partner with
Never know.
because I go to the galas. Obviously, we have the Latino Chamber Gala every year as well. And you all usually see the same people, the same, and it's wonderful. But it is great also to meet other people with different chambers, different type of business, different, uh, they serving different people, different areas. And it's always, you learn a lot and you get to learn a lot about the culture, the music, the food, and you always end in partnership sometimes with people that you never expect before.
I always walk into a gala and I walk out with 10 business cards, right? It's
Exactly.
usually how it works, right?
Yes,
And on top of that, for those who are seeking to sponsor, one of the things I always say is it's a rare opportunity to get in front of people who will buy your product,
exactly.
right? Whether you're selling cars or whether you're providing some sort of a business service. If you sponsor the gala, your logo is up there, and all those business owners sitting there are looking at those logos and they're going, "What's that company?" They start googling
It's
it.
a great marketing.
It's
It's
great
a
marketing,
great marketing.
right? And so that's why I tell everyone who sponsors, I'm like, think about that. It's not like you're putting a billboard or you're putting a social media ad. This is direct one-to-one impression with someone who might end up buying your product.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to put you in this spot because I want you to tell us a little bit about you. I know you've been a model, but also you've been doing before your personal. Uh, you've been a leader before in the government actually appoint you, right? Like you have some charge for as a public service. Tell me a little bit about it because everybody needs to know about your background.
Sure.
It's very impressive.
Sure. Thank you. Again, I really appreciate the kindness. So I'll start with the modeling side of it.
Yes.
Yeah. So I won Mr. South Asia 2025 last year.
Wow.
Um,
Where was the competition?
the competition was in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh,
So I
wow.
won the competition. I was selected as a finalist to compete in the Man of the Universe pageant in Shenzhen, China last year in November.
That's amazing.
Unfortunately, I couldn't go because there was a delay in getting the visa with the Chinese embassy,
Oh,
so the timing didn't work out. But I still was a finalist and selected. I've walked the ramp last year, New York Fashion Week. I walked the ramp. I modeled for a designer, and then
and
in
you are going again.
I am, and then in March last year, I walked the ramp in Milan, Italy Fashion Week,
Oh,
Milan Fashion Week in Italy.
that's super cool.
So I did that in March last year, and then that's after that I won the title of Mr. South Asia. This year in March, I'll be walking the ramp at LA Fashion Week for a designer that I've worked with in the past, and then I'm slated to do Paris Fashion Week in September. So I've signed both those, so they are signed.
Wow.
And it's one of those things that just it fell on my lap, and I said yes. And, just
Did you ever see when you were younger or little kid? You ever see that you were going to be a model and doing all these runways? No,
no, I honestly, I'm a very shy person.
I don't believe that.
I prefer being reclusive.
Yeah, yeah.
But this was just an opportunity that I thought that I wanted to try. It's a confidence booster, right? Um, I mean, I'm a good public speaker.
You are
I was a
great.
Toastmaster, so I was a public speaker. But this is a very different facet of being vulnerable, being out
Of
there.
course.
Right? You're on a stage. There's thousands of people sitting down with their phones, taking photos and selfies, and flash, 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 flash,
And
flash.
everybody wants a picture with you, I'm
After the
sure.
show, yes,
Yeah.
yes. So when you're walking down the ramp and all you see is flash, 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 because all the bright lights.
Wow.
Um, and when you walk to your shop, you take your shot, you come back. That's something that I never thought would be something I would do. But when the opportunity came up, and I was working with a fantastic designer at Atlanta at the time. She really coached me. She did a really job. But I said, yeah, I've never done this before, and New York Fashion Week is a big deal. You
Yeah.
want to be coached. I had a great coach. She was fantastic. My designer was fantastic, and day of we rocked the stage, and it worked out very well. So yeah, that's the modeling question.
Yes.
The next question you asked me about my government appointment. So
Yeah.
I was appointed to the board of what's called the Minnesota Board of Architecture and
Okay.
Geosciences. It's a pretty long title, AELSGLAD,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
So I was appointed to the board in 2025. My term ends in 2020.
Oh.
This was a political government appointment to the board. So I served the state of
Public
Minnesota in the board.
service, yeah.
Yep, public service. I served on a variety of boards actually. So prior to, I, in tandem, I used to serve on the board of an organization called Hindu Society of Minnesota.
Yes.
And some of your viewers might have seen the big Hindu temple in Maple Grove. It is, by square footage at least, um, fourth or fifth largest Hindu temple in North America. And it's right here in Minnesota. If your viewers are listening, I highly recommend Google Hindu Temple in Minnesota. Go to it in Maple Grove. It's stunning. It feels like you're in a different place. It's very stunning. It's a very beautiful temple. I served on that board for a little over 4 years, and then I was elected the vice president of the board, and then I was elected the president of the board. So I served as vice president for 2 terms and then president for 2 terms. My term ended last year, December 31st. I started the chamber in my second term as president of the Hindu Society of Minnesota. So I ran 2 organizations as president at the
At
time.
the same time.
At the same
Oh,
time
wow.
last year. So I'll say my Google Calendar was
Super
paradise.
busy. Yeah.
So I served on that. I also served on another organization called LPN. I serve as the chairman of the board on that organization. It is a national organization that helps people with networking. They do a lot of series for engaging individuals from a variety of backgrounds. So, for example, LPN hosted an event in Florida with a senior director from Blue Origin, the rocket company,
Yeah.
and we worked the organization, I can't take credit, the organization to work with the University of Central Florida and brought students to engage with senior leader from Blue Origin to talk about how do you get into a career in aeronautical space, airspace or aeronautical sciences. And he was so kind, he actually included a tour of the rocket factory in Orlando. So LPN is doing some fantastic things, engaging especially youngsters and next generation of individuals in many different things. LPN stands for Long Professional Network, and I serve as chairman of the board. I'm more of an advisor, and the leadership team there, they're fantastic. Um, and I used to have a podcast as well up until 2023 called Prime Talks with Sajeev. It was streamed exclusively on a Indian TV channel called Bharat TV, and I started that, but things got so busy between
You are doing a lot.
the two organizations, the modeling, and everything. It just got too busy for me to also run my podcast. But now that I have a little bit of extra time now, so I'm thinking I want to restart my podcast. Yeah, so I've
Great.
done a variety of things.
So, my last question for you. So, what is your education background? Sounds like you have experience in so many different areas.
I actually have a very interesting background. So my bachelor's degree, I went to St. Cloud State University,
Okay.
Huskies.
Yes, I know that. Yeah.
I did my bachelor's degree in aeronautical sciences, minor in
Oh,
airport management. I have a real passion for aviation. That's why I love aviation so
aviation
much.
is amazing. Yeah.
It's a fantastic industry. And then I did my master's degree in information assurance, so on the IT side of it. So my education background is that. I've been in the IT sector for many many years.
Oh, it's very impressive.
Thank you. I currently work in AI governance and IT on top of my role at the chain.
Well, I'm very excited because definitely this year in uh, the chamber has been amazing. Obviously, your life is very rich, very busy as well, and very successful. And I'm very excited for what is coming. For sure, I want the people to remember we have the gala coming up.
Much
And
better.
if you wanna go or participate in the
Louis Lair.
Loons Claire, please go to the website and subscribe. But I wanna make sure the people come and support the gala. It's amazing people. You guys doing an excellent job. It's gonna be a great time and a great opportunity to network.
Thank you.
So
I highly
please come.
recommend it. Yeah.
We highly recommend it. Thank you so much for being with me tonight and for come to visit us in Enterate, Minnesota. And please come back.
I would love to, and thank you for having me on the show, Erica. You've been a wonderful friend,
Thank you.
and I look forward to seeing you again, and hopefully see you at our gala and more
I'll be
events.
there for sure. I'm gonna start getting ready my dress because I saw your events. All these women come so beautiful, and so I have to be on the same level.
Yes, yes, yes. I look forward to seeing you.
Well, thank you again. Have a good night, and thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
So sorry.